She says, rise up, black leaders. I need a black, nappy-headed, wide-nosed, thick-lipped hero. Someone who looks like me. Someone who wears the same black skin as I today, tomorrow, and all my yesterday years. Someone who has lived with the same preordained mental, physical, emotional, and psychological scars of slavery. Forced to walk the earth judged by the color of their skin, not by one's character. I need a black, nappy-headed, wide-nosed, thick-lipped hero, someone who looks like me. Someone bold enough to scream, yell, let's change this stuff. Let's organize and tear down this white power-only mentality. Someone who refuses to lower his head to the ground with shame. Someone who refuses to be comfortable with, I got mine, you get yours. I need a black, nappy-headed, wide-nosed, thick-lipped hero, someone who looks like me. Someone who would stump down on racism and force change by any means necessary. Picketing, marching, sitting ins, and striking to secure the rights for all living things now and for the babies of tomorrow. So, our children will be able to shout from Mount Everest in Asia to Mount Yesus in Ethiopia, bequeathing their echoing voices even in the low streams of the muddy Mississippi River, witnessing the written words that black people were not just fried chicken, watermelon eating people, running around too scared to speak up, stand up against the injustices forced upon them. I need a black, nappy-headed, wide-nosed, thick-lipped hero, someone who looks like me. That's what she said, right? That's what a young kid who grew up because of she had a movement to join, because she had a movement to speak up and to fight back, because at the end of the day, like, we're in the same situations.
Yes.
Housing is not good.
No, it's not.
Jobs are not good.
No, it's not.
Access to health care is not good. Our schools are not good. Our children are dying in young ages. Like, the things are the same situations, and who is gonna be the heroes? Who's gonna rise up? It's gonna have to be you. It's gonna have to be me. It's gonna have to be our community. It's gonna have to be the little ones and the older ones. It's gonna have to be all of us. And so why DC? It's because I think this experience is gonna empower you. It's gonna show you that you are somebody, that you are worth fighting for, that you have the fist necessary, you have the fight necessary to make changes, not only in DC. That's far away from us. But you can do it right here in your own backyard. You can do it right here in your community. And so why this trip? It's because of you. It has to be you. It has to be all of us rising up and standing up and fighting back. It has to be you writing those poetry and doing the thing. It has to be all of us fighting together, right?
We chose this trip for y'all because honestly, when Femi found out that, you know, the Poor People's Campaign was going to be doing this, it was an incentive for his group already, I believe so.
Right.
And I know his heart was to be able to spread it to the people that it was going to necessarily get to, because that's what his job requires him to do. But his calling through that job was where he manifested in his own mind to create a change for y'all, and create that through that opportunity of his job being able to provide the trip. This is surrounded by the Poor People's Campaign. There's going to be 43 states that are going here. So, you know, y'all not only going to be, going to just be a part of a moment, you're going to be a part of a movement. And this is huge. Like Femi said, you can make changes here, but what's happening to us, people of color, it's happening to us on a national level. If you want to make changes on a national level, you have to get to Washington, D.C. Those seats are the seats that make changes on a national level, nationwide. We want to see Ketanji Brown Jackson come out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We want to see Barack Obama come out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know, we want to see the changes that are made on a national level come from here in our hometown. We believe in y'all. This movement wouldn't be a movement without the youth. This is something that's not only sparked by us, but it's for the youth. It's going to be sparked by y'all. This is y'all movement. It's y'all movement. It's not y'all moment, it's y'all movement. So y'all have to be able to capitalize on it and be able to be the best that you can be when you get to DC. Ask all the questions you can ask. Get as much information as you can get. You know, be as informative, and we'll be as informative as we can.
And so why visible youth? Like why are we calling this visible youth? Because right now Milwaukee's youth are invisible. Right now Milwaukee's youth are dying at in many ways, not like literal death, but like a literal death of boredom. A literal death of lack of investment. Our youth deserve to be visible. They deserve to be out in the spotlight. They deserve to be the leaders.
Visible youth!
Most thing I'm excited about is just us being able to come together and just help each other and just stand for a movement and just let the community and everybody know that we all is one and that we want to be able to make changes together.
I just want to see everything, honestly, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to even go.
I'm excited to go to Washington, D.C. because I want to see the sights. I want to make my own trademark. I want to be the next future president. I want to make a change in our lives. I want to make a change for the youth. I want to make a change for the people.
I want to go to Washington, D.C. to make a change and have fun. I want to go to Washington, D.C. because I want to be a rights agent. I am a rights agent, and I want to go see other sites. And maybe I get to see the other presidents. Want to go see the sites, go see the White House, go see the museums, go see our black people, and see what it's about.
I think people get used to the same environment, just sitting in the same environment. I can't get used to it at all. It's too much. It's really too much sadness going on. Like we lose our friends and parents and everything else. So it's like, why sit in the same spot instead of going somewhere and doing something different?
I'm Janaya, aka the Poet J. You know, I'm a poet, I'm an activist. I really want to go to DC. It's a good opportunity. We're going to go to Black Lives Matter Street. I'm really excited for that. And hopefully I will get a chance to showcase my poetry, maybe even do a Martin Luther King speech at the memorial, you know. So I'm just really excited, and we're going to have fun.
We need better health care. We need better schools. We need higher paying jobs.
I'm looking forward to going to DC because it's going to be a cool opportunity to get to go to a new place, and I actually learned about DC at school. So I'm looking forward to going. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with you going to the museum.
Hi, I'm one of Milwaukee's moms who is going to be allowing one of her children to go on the Visible Youth Tour to Washington, D.C. This is their first annual trip, and they're going to be doing a great job going to a lot of the things they won't see here in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's Visible Youth needs this experience, and I'm allowing my son to experience this trip because they need to see outside of Milwaukee. They need to see where the laws are made and understand and get some type of understanding about the system that's controlling their lives so that they can grow up and become the leaders we need in our community.
All right.
So that's why I'm going to allow my child to go to the Washington, D.C. trip.
That's what's up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Hi, I'm Dee Dee, and my son, my 10-year-old son, he will be joining us on the Visible Youth trip, as I will too, as one of the chaperones. I find it extremely important to not just take my son to the Capitol, because it is important for him to understand and learn the political issues that are going on and who's actually in those offices, but it's also important for him to get out of the city of Milwaukee. A great portion of our kids never even leave the city of Milwaukee, so this is why it's important for our children to see that there is much more than just Milwaukee. There's much more than just Wisconsin. It's opens a world for them that they may never ever see, or that they may not even know is available to them in different places. Different things happen. So it's important that our children, not just my children, but your children, also get to go and experience something else.
This trip is very important for our youth. We often say that the youth are our future, but if we're not presently pouring into them and giving them opportunities to better themselves, then we're doing a disservice. So we're taking our youth to DC to see some great monumental sites, but also we're going to take them on the Hill. So they get a chance to go to Congress, the House of Representatives, and the U.S. Senate to speak with some of our representatives, but to also see a place where laws are changed. It comes from the top and it goes down to the bottom. But also we want them to imagine themselves in one one of them seats. So we're making sure that we may have the next president that's going on this trip with us. We may have the next senator, but even if we have the next community leader in Milwaukee, we want to ensure that we've given them the opportunity and the benefit and also stood behind them so that they can continue to be great. So when I look at all of our babies that are here today, on a count of 3, I want you to say, because we believe. So 1, 2, 3. We believe. And we believe in y'all, and we want to make sure that we keep showing y'all that we believe that you guys can be great. This will be our first trip, but hopefully not our last, and also to come back home and continue to do the good work, not only in DC, but we want to make sure if we're going to do it anywhere, we do it home in Milwaukee.
Yes, sir.